Okay, good evening guys. Before we get started as always, let's do the customary instant poll. Let's check if we can do the volume correctly. So on your screens now, let me know if the sound's perfect, too loud or too low. Standard settings for me, so it should be fine for you guys. Okay, one person saying perfect, one saying too loud. Okay, Richard, I guess you should just turn yours down from your end. Standard settings for me, so it's generally pretty fine for everybody. Okay, two people saying too loud. Okay. Okay. Turn my settings down there. Okay, sorry guys, I've just turned the sound down. Can you hear it now? Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I think just for moving the screens around. Sorry, so the risk warning before I start, as always. Remember that spread betting, CFD trading carry high risk or capital, resulting in losses that exceed your initial deposit. They might be suitable for everyone, so please ensure you fully understand the risks involved. The information provided herein in all circumstances are considered an offer solicitation to invest. Nothing herein should be construed investment advice. The information provided is believed to be accurate the data is produced. Education only. Content of the webinar is personal opinion of the moderator, not InterTrader.com. The content does not constitute financial investment or tax advice. InterTrader.com does not set our ability for the content comment during this session. So the trading industry in general, I guess, people have heard about bankers, the bonuses, the amounts of money they make, all these kind of things are part of finance. Unfortunately, if you don't want to immerse yourself in that world, then what can we do? At the end of the day, it's a very competitive market. There's many different ways of making money. And where there's money to be made, there's money to be lost. And the trading world is not for everybody. It is a difficult, very cutthroat, very competitive marketplace. I guess there are many quotes about how much volume is put through the global markets. And there's estimates that between 4 and 5 trillion is traded every single day. So, I mean, huge amounts of numbers. You think about $1 trillion, that is an absolutely colossal amount of money. So we're not talking about small industry. We're not talking about small institutions. Nothing is small in trading. Everything's big. So if you're small, you're always on the back foot. Okay? Big money comes big responsibility. And with small money comes small responsibility. If you want to be involved in the very aggressive FX markets, futures markets, indices, stocks or shares, you have to be able to understand with all the things that revolve around this world that nothing's for free. So every time a trade is placed in the markets, there's a buyer and a seller, a specific price. This is how markets work. Okay. This, however, unfortunately, is not the way that spread bettors and brokers make their money. There's always a charge on how you do this. Brokers, spread betting companies, trading houses all make money in different ways. And that's the important thing to remember, that it's not necessarily that you buy or sell at a price that makes your broker money. It's how you do it, what price you buy at, what's the cost, what's the spread. Again, what do they do to facilitate your trade? It's not quite as simple as buying and selling, makes the broker money. There are much more complex ways in which this financial industry turns around. There are 3 types of brokers, or kind of ways of retail traders getting involved in trading. Now, there's a non-neutral broker, a neutral broker, and binary options. So 1 and 2 are the most credible and well-known names in industry brokers. You've got people that sponsor football teams. I think, is it West Ham, sponsored by FX Pro? Real household names. FXCM, Alpari, IG Index. Okay, we all know these things. They're absolutely household names. But there's different categories of brokers or spread betting companies. There's neutral and non-neutral. And then there's binary, which is a bit of a new service that's offered up. And again, this new service is all about packaged options where you can buy and sell and make money out of that change in movement. So it's not the real market. It's just a packaged way of getting involved in basically financial options, which are very much like traditional trading. You buy or sell and you either win or lose your money. So a non-neutral broker is, again, a household name, FXCM. Quite possibly the biggest broker in the world. I mean, they're listed on the NASDAQ, probably customer base very close to IG Index as a kind of well-known name. But FXCM are probably still the biggest retail broker out there. Now, it's there for everybody to see. You can go through the accounts because it's publicly traded, and it's got a lot of credibility. However, okay, the FXM is a non-neutral broker, and that means that it doesn't necessarily just facilitate your trade. Non-neutral means that if it knows you have a long or short position, it can trade against you. Now, again, I guess a lot of people don't realize this, that they have access to what's called a B book, where a B book is what the clients have, and B book is what they trade. So if FXCM know that the majority of their clients are long the euro dollar, they can sell the euro dollar knowing exactly when you're long, where your stop is, and how vulnerable you are to market movement. So again, is this a way that you want your money to be treated? That somebody's looking at what you do and potentially trying to not only make money off you trading, but also making money off you losing? Now, FXM took a lot of small companies. He started his ODL markets, about 7 or 8 years back, and I know all the guys, as most people in the industry do, good guys, but they took a lot of small brokers, became a big company, floated like they do, and they made the money. So a non-neutral broker is that their very essence is they can take positions against their own customers. So if you lose money as a trader, they can buy or sell your position and make money. Now, again, you have a large enough book, like a traditional bookmaker or casino, you're always going to keep a percentage of the profit. So they're making it both ends. As long as you keep trading, they take money off your spreads. As long as you keep trading, they can buy or sell your positions and still make money on the side. Now, I've not agreed with this practice ever. And a lot of people will be listening to this thinking, well, I didn't know they could do that. Well, it's true, isn't it? It's like anything in the world. If somebody's the other side knowing exactly what you do with your money, then why should they be able to take advantage of what you're doing? It doesn't make a lot of sense. And I guess a lot of people don't like the sound of this. The real big problems come with a non-neutral broker is they're not traders. They're not as smart as they think they are. Okay, that is simple. If they were smart as they thought they were, then they'd be trading on their own, wouldn't they? With their own money. They're not. They're trading with their own money hedged against your money. So realistically, they're playing their own little game. They're trading with inside company information. So when big things happen, like the Swiss National Bank removing their peg from the euro on Thursday the 15th of January, what happened? Well, here's what happened. They had to have $300 million of loans to balance the books because they are not traders. They are not people that should be trusted with trading money. They are people that make money off their clients losing because they know the inevitable outcome. So a non-neutral broker is exposed to not only risk of your positions, but risk of their own positions. Now that, for me, doesn't sit well. So FXCM and the Swiss National Bank removed their peg. Bad things happened, and bad things happened to FXCM. They needed a big bailout, immediately, big time. Now, why? Well, look at the range of the Euro Swiss. When the Swiss National Bank removed their peg, it moved 2,400 the times average daily range. So it went from going very, very steady to absolutely dropping down in a matter of hours. Now, doesn't matter who you are, how rich you are, what you do, nobody can take stops like this. So not only did their own clients lose money, all the positions they'd hedged and traded against their own clients were offside. So they ended up losing such a large amount of money, they needed these bailouts. So that means that they're not only taking the risk of you being a bad trader, they take on the risk of themselves being a bad trader. And if they weren't listed by, in the NASDAQ, it's quite possible they're going to bust. So you'd have lost your money, it would have been game over. So for me, Very serious business. FXM not only the only example we've heard of. Alpari also suffered the same fate, run by a Russian guy, Russian billionaire, which I didn't like, and I'm not surprised that these guys are very aggressive, trying to trade against their own customers, and they again were taken over by a different company and are out of the markets pretty much forever, and that is because they traded against their customers. So recapping, understanding what this means, a non-neutral broker not only knows your positions, where your stops are, but uses it to make money in their own trading. They make money on any spread they charge and spreads that you trade. They risk their own money, they risk your money and the actual business by doing this. So for me, non-neutral brokers, someone to stay away from. So what's a neutral broker? A neutral broker, funny enough, while I'm doing this presentation, is InterTrader Direct. They are a market neutral broker, have been since day one. They do not trade against your customers. We facilitate you buying and selling in the market. That's all we do. We give you good customer service, so you keep coming back. We give you education, so you're a better trader. We give you honesty, so it's transparent. And all the things we do are meant to make you make money, so you keep trading. Because every day you trade, we make money. If you don't trade, we don't make money because we have no B-book. Is this better for you? Well, I mean, it's a pretty tough argument to say it's not. So again, trading with a neutral broker means that the sole focus of the company is, to be the broker, to provide you with prices, provide you with the best access to market, the best information, and to make sure you're profitable. So if you're profitable, you keep trading, we keep making money. A good model because we rely on you. If we didn't rely on you to see your positions and take your money from you, then again, all we do is churn and burn. We get people in, spending the money, make their money on the round trips, make their money on what the positions were, then leave you, get some more clients. The world's not like that anymore, and probably hasn't been for the last 3 years. Customer retention has always been InterTrader's main aim. And customer retention has not always been the industry's main aim. They thought it was an endless supply of people that'll put $5,000 in an account and keep them churning. Okay? Things are different. No, Richard, they didn't segregate their accounts, so that's why they need a $300 million bailout. They can segregate as much as you want, but how much money did they actually lose in their own trading? That's the whole point, isn't it? Segregation is fine, but when market moves, like the Swiss National Bank, removing that peg, hard on the markets, doesn't matter what you did. The position still needs to be paid. You had the customer debts. They don't have the money in their account to cover it. It is what it is. All the rules are there to protect everybody in any way we want until the unthinkable happens. At the end of the day, with a neutral broker, they don't take positions in the markets. So if you lose your money, all they're liable for is the money they owe you. They're not liable for their own positions. So yes, they might get caught out, and segregated accounts happen. There is insurance, all these different things. But at the end of the day, it's not that they're trading with their own money, which is essentially leverage against your capital that has to be paid back. So types of brokers, neutral broker, again, trading result. Lose, win, win, lose. Doesn't matter. InterTrader makes the same profit. If you buy, if you sell, makes no difference. They want you to buy. They want you to sell. We don't care. Because no matter what you do, as long as you're involved in the market, we make money because we charge a spread. Simple model. So again, we offer you the most comprehensive trading package. It's not meant to be a sales, pitch this, but we give you the guarantee that we'll never take a trade against you. We give you education. I've been here for 5 years. 5 years, Steve Ruffley's presented educational webinars. Why else would I do this? Well, obviously, they pay me lots of money, but they would do it, again, because I bring value to their customers. I teach them to be better traders. I teach you to do more in the market, to be more active. They like this because it works. If it didn't work, they get somebody else, find somebody better. But there isn't somebody better. So there we go. We give you free charts, tools, unique additions to MT4, and everything we do is to protect your exposure to the markets. What we don't want to do is take any undue exposure. Okay? All we want you to do is trade and make money. So the third type of broker is probably something you've heard of, quite a recent addition to the markets. And these are binary brokers. I guess in life, anything too good to be true, it generally is. And against finance, a binary option is a type of option in which the payoff can take only two possible outcomes. Okay, so it's again, you can either win or you can lose. So very similar to the markets, but you have got the option of scratching or controlling your win or loss. With an option, you're buying or selling something that will win or lose. Fixed odds. And that really is not what the markets are designed to do, to be honest. The markets, why trading is more expensive than fixed betting. If you put £10 on a 5-to-1 horse, you either lose your £10 or you make £50 plus your stake. With trading, it's not the same. You've heard the risk warnings. You can lose more than initially deposit. If you bet £10 a point, have £1,000 in your account, the market dips down 100 ticks, you might lose £3,000. So you owe the broker £2,000. So at the end of the day, brokers that offer these binary options are kind of presenting themselves that it's a better option. You can put your money in, you can buy or lose, buy or sell, win or lose, and that's it. It's fixed. But the whole point is they're controlling the entire market. So like the B book, they're even worse because they've got the B book, they can trade against you, but they're only giving you a win-lose scenario. Whereas in normal trading, there's a win-lose scratch. You can put a trade on and lose nothing. Yeah, you don't have that with the binary option. You make your money or you lose it. It's that big grey in between. Again, it's another massive market for these binary firms. Again, they're always in the company's favour. They're never going to give you something that is a sure thing. Again, they have people that calculate, make a round buck. Very much like, the kind of arbitrage world. They give you a small window to win. It's always a bigger window to lose. It's gambling more than trading. So most of these things, again, they're very nicely packaged, very nice website, and it's easy. Okay, easy to trade, buy and sell, make money on oil, make money on gold. Buy or sell, buy or sell. They don't care. As long as you put your money in, they use your money. At the end of the day, if it's too easy, too good to be true, it is. Right? Trading's hard. If you don't invest in your education and you don't invest in what you're doing, there's very little chance you're making big money out of trading. So I guess coming down to the brokers, the InterTrader Direct is a good option compared to the other two types I've mentioned, neutral brokers and binary, because it's just there to facilitate your needs. So again, broker of choice, Steve Ruffley. That's my pretty picture there. I like the company so much, I began to work with him. I met Shai, the MD, 5 or 6 years ago in Gibraltar, and he's a good guy. And I've been working with him ever since. He doesn't own me. I don't work for the company. I'm an independent consultant, I guess, but I trade my own money with them. So big chunks of my money, big chunks of my managed accounts, yeah, 6 figures, upwards of 400,000 quid. I hold an InterTrader because I trust them. They're a neutral broker. I know they don't take positions against me, and I like it. All the kind of benefits I've got is they're owned by BWin Party, obviously just been taken over, but all my money is, protected. And again, if I believe in it, then I do. That's what I trade. I trade with people I trust, and I trust InterTrader. So the next offering that InterTrader Direct have brought is this new integrated platform. So they're always trying to bring you the easiest way to chart. You see guys on Facebook with 8 screens and, I've done this, I've done that. Generally it's nonsense. It's the quiet people that make the big money. Okay, but InterTrader have tried to give you every option to use everything at your disposal to make money. So small screens. What they allow you to do, is buy and sell. Use your technical analysis, your fundamental analysis in a way where you can make money. Now that's great. So what they've tried to do is streamline all their different offerings, like the Squawk system, the kind of market commentary, and the charts and the buy and sell, the watch list, and put it all in one place. And that's what they've done here with this new platform. They don't just give you great access to market, but all the tools where you can do it on a relatively small space, one screen. So the features are thousands of markets to trade. Now it's a very, very low cost way of trading. You can buy or sell anything you want. Major indices, shares, forex pairs, all these things you get involved in. And that really, again, compared to a normal broker, and I mean broker as in a guy you ring up that might charge you, hundreds of pounds at a time, you can trade anything you want. Any kind of market, any time you want, day or night with one account. Now, that is a massive, massive bonus. When I was trading on the floors and, back in London, I could only have limits in certain products. So if I had 100 grand in my account, I could trade 20 DAX. I could trade maybe 5 bund, a few bobble, whatever. I couldn't trade everything. Whereas this, you have one amount of money where you can trade any product you want. That's a massive bonus, massive advantage to knowing what's going on in the world, being able to jump in, jump out of things you want to do. So again, all the features we've got are things like, looking at, bundling your favorites products together, putting them in a watch list. Maybe you're only interested in trading, the major FX pairs. Maybe you're only interested in trading, Apple shares, whatever. Again, all these things you can put together. So you're not searching around for what's happening in the world. You're looking for what is going to move, in your opinion, what the news your ear is tuned to. Again, the charts. People love to make charts complicated, but what we've got is IT finance charts, some of the best known charts, in the industry, and they give you Fibonacci, trend, support, resistance, candlesticks. So you don't even need to know what's going on. You look at the chart and it's drawn for you. I mean, to be honest, trading is self-fulfilling. So the self-fulfilling prophecy of trading is massively important. So if this is the whole point. If you're not going to get involved in the markets and understand it, then what chance have you got? It's with this, the market is telling you, what can potentially happen, when it may happen, and it's all self-fulfilling. So if the rest of the market are looking at these things, you should be looking at these things if you've got an opportunity to make money. But it's on the screen already in front of you. Then what work does it take? It takes no work. Another time-saving, money-saving, again, advancement in modern technology. Use it. Then we've got things like signals. Brilliant. All these different signals come through. So it doesn't matter what you're looking at. You can say, right, well, I never trade the Euro Swiss, but here's an intraday few levels. Here's some analysis. Well, maybe I should look at that. That could be interesting. Again, there we go. Support, resistance, trade scenarios, examples. Who would not get involved in that? Yeah? Who would not want some free signals of other things the markets are telling you could potentially happen? Again, if they weren't beneficial to traders, they didn't make them more money than they lost, why would InterTrader offer them? They wouldn't want them to lose, because losing capital means they wouldn't trade as frequently. So any tool like this for these signals is there for a reason, that you can potentially make money. Okay? So these are all by AutoChartist. So AutoChartist is a very big name in the industry. Again, with their patterns, their correlations, and everything they do. Again, another really, really kind of strong way of understanding, things that are powerful in the markets. Things that you can see, things that you can't see, and things that technology can do. It can look through thousands of products simultaneously, give you ideas of pattern, support, resistance, all things that technology is designed to do, make your life better. Not Facebook that's meant to make your life feel, less, better, more stressful. Patterns just look through and say, well, there's a pattern here that 9 times out of 10 over the last, 100 trades, this has produced this result. Now, I'll tell you what, I'd like that. So AutoChart is very powerful, and that's in the one platform, in the one place. Economic calendar. Fundamentals moving the markets very, aggressively right now. All the things to do with interest rates, all the things to do with, growth, inflation, interest rates, all these things we talk about. Well, economic calendars give you that. My rule is 80% of the time, markets move in a technical manner, 20% of the time in a fundamental manner. So fundamentals only being 20% have always yielded my biggest trades. So when something comes into the market, new news, I want to know. So new news, how'd you get it? Live Squawk. Live Squawk is a premium service people pay generally hundreds of pounds a month for. On InterTrader, you get it free. Why? Well, firstly, I broker the deal because Harry Daniels and the guys, best in the business. I've listened to these guys for 15 years. So when they say something, it moves markets. So news, analysis, anything you want is squawked over. So you listen to that for anything you might not see in the charts. Simple. Then again, one of the really good features of InterTrader, which I never take advantage of because, again, I'm too closely related, but it's TradeBack. So TradeBack is you get paid to trade. The more you trade, InterTrader will give you money back from your spreads. Now you tell me that is not a good way to trade. That the more you trade, the more you stay loyal to InterTrader, they will give you money back for every trade you do. Obviously, different selections, bronze, silver, and gold. But doesn't matter as long as you're trading in the market on InterTrader, you get the opportunity to get money back. Now, I think that's a great way of demonstrating loyalty. Okay, guys, that's a bit of an insight into market neutral brokers. Again, binary options, research them you like, but they're not really what I think is a good way to trade. And your non-neutral brokers, I think a lot of these guys actually are changing the model. So, any thoughts, any questions you've got, guys? Again, I'm an InterTrader consultant, but again, I'm not directly employed by InterTrader, but I have been with InterTrader for just over 5 years. So I keep my money there, I trade there every day, and I make money. Okay, good question by Mario. If a broker's advertised as neutral, how can we be sure it truly is not? It is neutral. I mean, there's a lot of things in the terms and conditions, and again, I mean, the FSA. It depends who they're regulated by. A lot of the more unscrupulous brokers are based in, I guess, Cyprus. But again, any company that's regulated by a proper body, will have to say in the terms and conditions they do not take positions against their clients, and it's quite an easy thing to find in the terms and conditions. So, best thing is always Google it. IG, as far as I know, is non-neutral, and capital spreads I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But I mean, again, do your own research. You can Google these things. Google knows everything. Again, when you are a reputable company and you do advertise, you cannot get away from these things because you'll be shut down instantly. So there might be a little bit of fudging in the advertising, but the fundamental T's and C's and the absolutes are the absolutes. You cannot be a neutral broker and advertise as that if you take a B book and other positions. Yeah, I mean the whole point about neutral brokers is they make their money by charging a position, so it's not the actual market; it's a representation of the market. So if the DAX is trading as it is now 9008 spot 80, they'll put a spread on that. So they're showing you where their market's trading. They're not showing where the actual market's trading. They introduce their own spread. So when you buy or sell, you're trading that price plus or minus the spread. So no matter what you do, you have paid them X amount of money before you liquidate your position. Good question. Any other questions, guys? I mean, again, you can ask the guys in support any questions about the ins and outs of InterTrader. Support at intertraderdirect.com. You can ask me any questions. On my Twitter at Steve Ruffley or my email. We're always very open. We're transparent. At the end of the day, we've been in the industry a long time. We're seen to be a smaller player, but we're punching above our weight. We're doing big things. We've taken our own license. We've moved away from some of the bigger white label models that other people have done. And at the end of the day, like I said, I trade my hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds with InterTrader. My face is all over it, and I wouldn't be here on a Wednesday night sat telling you guys what a neutral broker is and why InterTrader is a place to put your money if I didn't believe in it. Because why would I? Great, Mario. Great questions. Well, thanks for that. Okay, any final questions? Any final thoughts, guys? I mean, again, no, it's a Wednesday night. I don't want to keep you guys when you've probably got something better to do than listen to me. But again, we try and be transparent. Unlike most of the big names, we are a big name. We're a big player. We advertise on Bloomberg. You can check out our credentials. We're owned by the biggest gaming company in the world by far now. So, we have a lot of credentials in our end. And what we want to do is make you have the best experience. That's where I come in. Give you the best platform. That's where InterTrader comes in. And make sure that all we're doing is help you make money. Because if you don't make money, we don't make money. And that's what we want. So a proper question. Will the Fed be forced into negative rates in the long run? Well, Richard, I would be very surprised if the Fed go into negative rates. Personally, Janet Yellen made a big point of holding off on interest rates and then actually did it in December, knowing that the US economy could count on it being strong enough to deal with this. If the shock in China means that they now have to go to negative rates, then the rest of the world's in dire straits, to be honest. It's absolutely doomed. So if the Fed go to negative rates, it's game over for me. I think it's game over. I don't see any scenario in which they can go from putting rates up to then go into negative rates, even in the overnight rates and that kind of stuff. It'll be a massive sign of weakness, and it'll be the undoing of the world. That's my personal opinion. It'll be the worst thing to happen since quantitative easing was uttered by Ben Bernanke. Dollar's only going up. Absolutely, dollar's only going to go up. I mean, if you're the top 1% or you're rich people, what you're worried about? You're not worried about what you know. You're worried about the unknown. So where are you going to put your money? In Europe, migrant crisis, being supported by Germany that's got, the VW scandal, all these other kind of things, or you're going to put your money in the pound. Mark Carney said, no rate hike till 2017, the Brexit, all that kind of stuff. The dollar, where does it stand? We said we're going to put interest rates up in December, so we did, until we say it might be 4 rate hikes this year, it might be 2, but we're still marching on. The US is the biggest navy, army, biggest, aggressive nation on earth. Where's your money safest if you're the top 1%? It isn't China, isn't Japan, isn't Russia, isn't Great Britain, isn't Europe. Where's it left? New Zealand? Canada? Australia? Gotta be kidding me. It's the good old dollar. The dollar may go down as far as you like. It's always going back up. It isn't going anywhere anytime soon until the balance of power in the world changes. Alright guys, good questions. Hope you enjoyed that presentation. Yeah, exactly. Plus gold and oil and everything else. Remember, when things are at the low and go up, what appreciates? What they're priced in? Dollars. What's oil, WTI, Brent, all priced in? What's gold priced in? That's right, dollars. So dollars are not going out of fashion anytime soon. All right, guys. Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure as always. Any questions, just do ask the guys at InterTrader. Ask the support guys anything you want. My email address is sruffley@tradermaker.com. Or just Google me. Just Google Steve Ruffley. I'm not a tough man to find. Any question you've got, ask me direct. All right, guys. Listen, always a pleasure. Take it easy. See you soon.